Okay, I'm back down here again today to get a few things done. First thing, I noticed the grass is coming in really nice. I'd spread a bunch of seed down through there to help stop any erosion. It's coming in pretty good. Grass is thin, but it is coming in. Okay, so what do I want to get done today? I have a mailbox to put in down there at the end of the driveway. That's probably going to be tomorrow. And I want to get the internet hooked up. We're going to do Starlink. Now I'm going to put it up probably on that center dormer just because it's easy for me to get to, and I just want to make sure the Starlink's going to work. And then when I can get some help, the big ladder that's going to go up on the corner but on the other end. So I'm really happy with the grass coming in. Something else I want to do, very first big project, is I want to get the area for the garden cleaned out. And in case we have a really rough winter and I can't get out here, I want to get it started now. We're going to be clearing off in there to put the garden in. There's plenty of room to expand that if I need to get more sunlight down to the ground. Probably need a lawnmower by springtime. It's all right. Let's get started. Okay, we've got the Starlink internet hooked up, and it literally was plug and play. I plugged it in and just started working pretty much. I had to put in a little bit of count information in, but other than that, piece of cake. I mean, Elon Musk surely made this easy. It's awesome. It's just, I didn't expect it to work, but it does. Now, the initial speed I was getting is about 106 megabits download and about, I think it said like 20 megabits upload. That's fine. But I also had some instructions because remember, this has a 100-degree field of view, so it was seeing the tops of those trees over there. So basically I just put it right there because I can climb out that window and work on the shed roof there, or the porch roof, and mount the antenna. But I'm going to optimize that eventually when I can get somebody here to help me. I got to go up on the ladder and put it on the end up there. Now I did climb up on the roof briefly. It's too steep. I can't hold on to any tools. It's just kind of scary. So I put it over there for now. But eventually it'll come down here. It'll come down the cable. I got a masonry bit to go into the crawl space there. And right up on the wall here in the living room is where the cable will come up through. They've got a blank plate there now, but if you take the plate off, there's a PVC pipe going all the way through the wall down into the crawl space, so I can just drop the cable right down through there, through the masonry, and up. I was thinking about doing one day, not yet, but doing a real review, a real setup showing the Starlink. But you know what? There's enough of those online. If you need them, there's a lot of people who have done them. I'm probably not going to bother with it. Be careful what you listen to in some of these Starlink videos because the technology is changing so fast. If somebody has a video that's 6 months old, it may not really apply anymore. This is the version 2 Starlink. I think there's a version 3 coming out real soon. But as of right now, I'm tickled pink. Okay, so I just did a little Wi-Fi test outside here, and I walked the entire property, tree line, all the way around, down this side, and most of the way down the driveway, and I still had full bars on my Wi-Fi. That's crazy. Yeah, I got probably halfway down the driveway there before I lost a bar, and then it went off pretty fast after that. So 3/4 of the way down was no more Wi-Fi. So I'll have a pretty decent signal on most of the area that I'll be working around here. I mean, if the further that way you go, you're going to lose it because it's just too much distance. But we're looking at a few hundred feet here for full bars anyways. Pretty cool. Awesome Wi-Fi, awesome satellite connection. One more thing I wanted to mention. The antenna does have little motors in it that it uses for the initial pointing. When you first set it up, it'll scan around for obstacles and find the best position that it likes and then stop there. And then after that, it uses the phased array to steer the beam. The antenna stays stationary. I played with multi-beam antennas on spacecraft before, but never phased array. That's just amazing technology. It's crazy. You ought to learn about it. It's pretty cool. So anyway, that's it. Oh, and also has a stow function. If I hit stow on my phone, it'll pivot that thing up horizontal to make it less resistance to the wind if we had that kind of a storm. Okay, we have a very special treat here. My very first night down here, Tina's Meadow, and we have a perfect pass of the International Space Station. I mean, directly over the town here. I can never get enough of this. I mean, it passes over quite regularly, but every once in a while you get a perfect pass, and it's just somewhere around 18,000 miles an hour. The video is probably going to flip upside down because it's traveling right overhead. Airplane passing by there. It's just about to cut the Milky Way galaxy in half. And it's about to fade into the Earth's shadow right there. So that's where the sun line is right now. Okay, I ran some tape in here to kind of mark off the starting point. Goes back off in that way. Other side's up here, and it goes back. It's square, basically. It goes back about as far as this is wide, roughly. I didn't measure it, I just walked it out a little bit. Some big stuff in there. Gonna need a big boy chainsaw to do that. My toy chainsaw. Get a lot of it. We get a lot of it cleared out, but anyway. So I'll have to drop everything in there. I don't want to lay it out on the grass it's trying to grow. I can't stack the logs that I want to keep in the driveway because the container's not here yet. But anyway, I'll lay them down in there and hand pick the ones I want to keep, the ones that'll be fence posts and rails. The big stuff will probably be firewood. But yeah, that's it. That's not going to happen this time because I spent some time in the auto repair shop getting my truck looked at today. So that took time. But it's marked and ready to go. Be a garden soon. Okay, I did get the mailbox post in. It's all concreted in. It's pretty solid now. I need to take these support beams off. I wanted to put the mailbox on, but I need another wider piece of wood, 6-inch wide piece of wood, because the mailbox is about that wide. And you attach it by setting screws in this way. So I need something wider to catch the screws on the other side. There's always something. I never have exactly everything I need. So I'm going to take these supports off. I'm going to fix this dirt up here and then put the mailbox on next time I come down. So yeah, looks pretty good. I measured the neighbors up there. It was 65 inches back from the road, and he said what they'll do is they'll put in a little bit of gravel here so the lady can pull off. It's typically what they do. So yeah, another project done, or almost done. The hardest part's done, and we'll keep moving on. I did bring one of my planes with me. I figured I'd do the first flight out here, but you know, every landing has to be an on-field landing around here. We can't land short of the runway, can't land long, you can't land off to the sides. It has to be back on the runway. So I decided to not fly one of my balsa models that I built. I'm gonna bring a foamy down here, maybe the Night Radian, next time I come down. Okay, that's gonna be about it for this video, people. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you following along. Let me know what you think. If you see any flaws in any of my plans for building Tina's Meadow, I certainly appreciate it. Of course, I'm just kind of winging it here. I've never done anything like this, so it's just like, hey, let's try this. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So anyway, I'll be back down probably next week. I think Tina and I will be painting the main area there, so we'll maybe get to see what that looks like. All right, until then, everybody, thank you very much and peace out.